Well, you know how I always say the filming is an adventure around here? I'm really bright. I didn't make sure that my batteries were charged. So this one's blinking as I record this. So we're going to jump in and try to get this video started. Hey guys, this is Ashley. Welcome on back to my channel. So as you can see, filming is still an adventure around here. So I can't even tell you how many times I have changed my camera battery back and forth because I failed to charge them. Yeah, and I have two, so they were both dead. So I'm an excellent YouTuber, guys. Excellent. But nonetheless, we are here because look at this look. Oh my gosh. So this look is brought to you by the Blends Money All Done Up palette. Okay, so it's a little bit smaller. It's 20 shades, and I love Blends Money Cosmetics. So they have sent me PR in the past, but this palette I did purchase with myself, and she actually released a collection. So she has some lippies with lip liners that retail for about $16. This palette retail for $36. She has some gel pot eyeliners and the palette, and you can get bundles or just pick and choose whatever you want to buy a la carte. So before I get carried away, let me introduce myself. If you are new to this channel, welcome, and if you're oldie but goodie, welcome on back. My name is Ashley. I have a doctorate in pharmacy and I love makeup, so that's how you get Dr. Ash and her makeup. But please just call me Ash or Ashley, and eyeshadow is my jam. It is one of my favorite things to talk about on my channel. So I just have a quick question for you guys. So I did my hair how I usually do it, like with my little foam rollers, but I did a center part, and yeah, I like it, but let me know how you guys like it, because I like it, but I'm still like on the fence. So just give me a little feedback down below. Okay, but let's jump back into this palette. So Blends Bunny, she released the All Done Up palette. So it's supposed to be like off of glamorous looks. And it is actually a 20 pan palette. We still get the same great quality. We have a mirror, and here is the palette. So previously her palettes might have, let's see, I'm not sure. This is Surge. So we have Surge right here. So you can actually see it's pretty truncated. Surge just has one roll of shimmers. And usually we have like 4 rolls of mattes. This one we have 3 rolls of mattes and 1 roll of shimmers. It is really cute. It's giving fall, grungy, beautiful vibes right here. I'm absolutely obsessed with this look. I created one of my favorite looks of the year, I must say, for real. It's really, really pretty. And what I love about it is, like, even if you don't know what to do with her palettes, like, she lays it all out for you. Like, you know what I mean? You could just go straight down the row and you gotta look, okay? You got transitions, you got crease shades, you got outer V shades, and you got a shimmer that you can pop it in. Okay, now what are you gonna say about the women who are a little bit deeper? And you're like, Ashley, I can't really use that as a transition, but guess what? It's bomb as a lid shade, okay? Or you can use it to blend out some of these deeper shades, you know? So everything works. What I like about her palettes also is that you can always see the progression of colors, unlike some shades, because, you know, that grinds my gears. I talk about that all the time when they put 2 very similar colors in a palette. There might be like 10 shades, and you're like, that looks the same, okay? But with her, it doesn't, and she actually is more of an artist. She's more of a type to do more Instagram makeup. So, you know, those particular styles, they want all the different shades and levels of that color, okay? They want to see a gradual progression, okay? And once again, she has a white and a black in her palette, which she is pretty much known for doing. And I just think it is beautiful. So this palette retails for $36, and on the back you do have the logo for Blends Bunny Cosmetics. It is made in China. The palette is vegan, it's cruelty free. Once you open it, it's good for 12 months. The packaging is recyclable. Remember, you can be made in China and still be vegan and cruelty free, because if you're not selling in China, then they don't require the animal testing and everything. So you actually do have a unicarton for the palette, and it looks the same, except for on the back you do have like a palette layout, and you do have the ingredients right here. You do have a few face pressed powder shades, and none of them are really sticking out as actually pigments that are not safe for around the eye area. I do not see that as a warning. I have done a couple looks for you guys as usual, and I did not experience any staining with these shades, but these shades are not as bold as some of the other palettes that she has where, you know, it's like purples and reds and pinks and things like that and hot neon colors. Now, she also did come out with some nice lipsticks, and the components are really nice. They got the little Blend Bunny logo on it. They retail for $16, and the cool thing about that, you got lip liners with it. So you get the lipstick and a lip liner for $16. This is supposed to be like a cream matte finish. I picked up 2 shades. I think she had 4 in total. And then they have the lip liner, which is creamy and retractable. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in with 3 looks. And of course, we're going to talk about the looks along the way. You're probably going to see me struggle with my battery a little bit. And then of course, we're going to wrap up with some final thoughts. So let's go ahead and jump in. All right, so you already know the deal. Let's go ahead and get started. My eyebrows filled in using my favorite pencil, of course, which is the Goof pencil in the shade 3.75. Then I have this eyelid prepped with my Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Caffeine by Urban Decay. And I think I'm going to go ahead and start with this row right here. I don't know, I might jump in. We'll see where this takes me, but I'm just really thrilled. These mattes are so beautiful. They're giving fall, really grungy. So let's go ahead and get started because my battery light is still blinking. So I laid down the shade and I wasn't recording. I had to change my battery because, you know, I told you it was blinking. And just to be clear, I have 2 batteries and now this one is blinking also. Oh my gosh. So I laid down the shade Transform, which is this nice little green shade, and laid it down in the crease. And now I'm going to jump in with Goddess. Oh my gosh. Like I said, all the time, filming is an adventure around here. I've been up for a couple hours. Like, why wouldn't I make sure that the battery, I just knew. I was like, why isn't this camera turning on? Don't tell me this battery isn't charged. I was like, it's not. And then I go and look at the battery sitting next to the charger, my second battery, and I'm like, oh, this has a tiny bit of juice. But this shade Goddess, oh my. All these shades have been so nice so far. Oh boy. Like what do I always say around here? Filming is an adventure. Just gonna blend the 2 together. Nice and grungy. Beautiful. Let's see, I think I'm gonna go in with Scarlet. And the shimmer, like the first shimmer, Wink, it felt so nice. And so does this one. It feels very smooth. Oh my gosh. Yeah, these shimmers have come a long way. See, I'm not even using any mixing medium, any glitter glue, or anything. Pretty. I don't know how to describe it. They're smooth because you see all the little particles in them, like the little sparklies in there. I don't think they're necessarily glitters. Be like crystals, because it's not gritty at all. It's very smooth, but it doesn't feel smushy, like the shade doesn't move in and do all of that. Let's see, and I have picked it up a little bit with my brush, just only the flat definer can get where my finger can't get. But so far, so good. Now let's see, I think I'll take a little bit of shine. It's like a white gold with a green flip. Alright, this look is done. I'm going to go ahead and get my face together. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back and here are the first two looks. Now, I didn't put on any lip gloss or lipstick because I actually bought two of the shades from the collection. So I purchased the shade Haunting. Oh, Lord, it's so small. Stop it. And Dow Face. Okay, so Haunting is actually a more of a burgundy shade. So I think I'm going to do this shade first. And then the other shade is a mauve shade. I thought it was probably more of a burnt orange shade. That was the only thing. Like, it was kind of hard to see the shades on the website. So there we go. But they both came with a lip liner and they retail for like $16 each, which I didn't think that was actually bad because you got the lip liner and the lipstick. I'm like, well, which, okay. Got that color. I'm like, I don't even know which lip liner goes which. It's, they don't have names. Cute. Okay. All right. So this one is not as dark. Okay. So yeah, the lip liners don't have names. And so I took them out the package. So, okay. All right. So we're going to go with the darkest one because that makes the most sense since we're putting on a dark shade. So I'm just going to line my lips real quick. I just have on a tiny bit of this product called Bag Balm. And Bag Balm is for really dry skin. They have a kind of like a medicated Vaseline type of product. Well, it's not medicated. It's not carbonated either. Remember carbonated Vaseline? It's that brown Vaseline. Anyway, okay. So I have that on my lips to moisturize it because it really, really helps. Ooh, the lip liner is nice and they're retractable. All right, lips align. That feels nice. So I'm gonna go in with Haunting. Beautiful burgundy shade. And the component feels really nice. Everything, I like how it looks. It looks good. You know, it just has like the blend bunny on there. It's really cute. It's sturdy, but it doesn't feel too heavy. The applicator, it feels lightweight, but it doesn't feel like it's going to flip-flop all over the place. So, that's good. Ooh, the formula feels good so far. Like, it doesn't feel dry. It doesn't feel, it's not too thick. It's not too thin. Feels, I want to say, it's not, I don't think it's moisturizing, but all right. And I always put a little bit more right there because my lip is just bigger right there. So, ooh, this is pretty. Matches my top perfectly. So, yeah, that was the shade Haunting. So I was kind of like a sucker for a burgundy shade like that, and for like, you know, what's those shades called? Those like rustic orange shades. But this is pretty. So yeah, okay. So this is the look. I like it. Okay, so I decided to not do any lashes. Okay, I went with my natural girls. They're getting better. I did do double apply with mascara. I used my Bad Girl Bang mascara to kind of like straighten and get them in the right direction. And then I went in with this Melt Supernatural mascara in order to kind of give them a little bit more volume. You might not think they have volume, but this is volume for my lashes, okay? Whatever. So for my eyeliner, I actually went in and I was going to do my brown coffee liner or black coffee liner by Pat McGrath in this eye, but then I found my burgundy liner from Marc Jacobs. So, I know his brand isn't around anymore, but any burgundy liner, I think Urban Decay still has some. So I just popped that in the waterline because I thought it would be a nice, fun touch of color. And then in this waterline, I actually went in with this green pencil, and this is from, what is this, Glam Shop, Poland? But you can do any type of just green liner. It's a nice, that would play nice with that. And then I did put a tiny bit of shadow down here, but I just went with the same colors. So for this eye, this eye went in here, this eye right here. And that's the look. So everything blended out really nice. The shimmers, oh my gosh, the shimmers is like a vast improvement. They were so smooth. They're really sparkly. Look how sparkly, and didn't hardly get any fallout. Just like a couple of pieces that were able to wipe away very easily. I just used my finger. I'm sure they will apply nicely with a brush, but really, really nice. I'm here for it. So, all right, so these are the first two looks. You know, we got to do one more look. And I think I want to play with, well, you know, I want to play with these greens, even though I kind of got the gold greeny over here. But look at this row. This row is so pretty. I might bring in a little bit of the black to deepen up that, but look at this gray. Maybe I'll do this, 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 and this. That would be cute. You know I like a gray matte. Okay. All right. I'll be right back. am back, and this look is so beautiful. This is literally like one of my favorite looks that I have done all year. Like, for real, it is so pretty, and the colors, they just mesh so well together. Didn't have a problem with putting any one of these on, applying them, blending them. It was just really fun to work with, and that's what I always usually enjoy about Blends Bunny, because she gives us some really unique shades. Like this shade of green, this royal greens is really, really beautiful. And then, you know, I popped in with the gray and the black. I was really impressed with the black. I've actually never used, I'm pretty sure I've never used the black from the Blends Bunny palette. And when I was blending it here, I was like, is it doing anything? Is it doing anything? It doesn't really seem like it's getting any deeper. And then I looked at the other eye and I was like, oh, okay, it is. But what I loved about the black, it was very controllable, very blendable. You didn't have any problem. It deepened up the shade without altering the shade. So, you know, it was still looking green versus just like, oh, you have green and then black on top of it. It still really looks like the shade that it was intended to be. So I really appreciate that. I opted to go ahead and put this as a lid shade, because even though these shades are light to do a transition with on some skin tones, they look beautiful as a lid shade. And I was so impressed with how it looked before I even added on the shimmers that, you know, that was a look within itself. So I popped in with just the silver shimmer and then this green to gold type of shimmer. And I thought they were really nice. I kind of just put it towards the outer part so you can still kind of see the lid shade. And just when you look here, you get, oh, you get a little bit of sparkle. Once again, the shimmer shades were really pretty, really easy to work with. The only one that I didn't use was this one. So I wonder, okay, so this is Centerfold. Centerfold is very gold. And then I did use Starlit. So, okay, there's a tiny bit of differentiation. So Starlit is definitely more of an antique gold. And then we have Centerfold, which is definitely more of a gold. So I'm just going to swatch the two. I think personally, I prefer Centerfold, which is the more antique gold versus the gold. I'm not always a big yellow gold type of person. So sometimes I will definitely go for the more rustic type of vibes, melony type of golds or bronzes versus just straight up gold. But I think both of those are really pretty. Are they both warranted in this palette? I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know what, maybe we could have just did more of a bronze versus just a standout gold. I know like this is more of a traditional, like, you know, glamorous palette where you have those, you know, staple type of shimmer shades, but everything is done so well. I like that it's a little smaller than her usual palettes. We got Run Row, it's pretty petite. I like that. Let me pull out her other palettes. So I do have all of her palettes now. The only one that I did not purchase is this one, the Doll House one. She sent this to me in PR. So the Doll House, you know, we had 2 rolls of shimmers. And if you see here, we have a newer size. So I do really appreciate this, because I feel like, I think after this look, I'm in the fall type of mattes. I'm going to take this one with me to homecoming and then pack a other couple like multi-chromes that I can have fun with as well. I use this palette all the time. So I feel like these two are great, because this one is a little bit more, you know, you have a lot of more mauves and those type of tones, your standard shades, where this one is definitely, you know, more grungier, fall type of vibes with here. So especially this one with this mustard shade. Oh, and that mustard shade is so beautiful as well. And then of course we have Primal. So Primal is actually a tiny bit smaller than the other palettes. But like I said, this one, this new size, I'm really digging it. So I think she should kind of keep with the 20 format sometimes, because it's not as intimidating to some folks. As far as main market, I don't ever feel like her palettes are too big, because I don't know, they're big, but they're not like excessively big, like, you know, like a Morphe palette. And they're really well done in the quantity. And then we have the OG, which is blends. And I was like, oh, this formula is great. I was like, I love this when this came out, but what really made me fall in love with her brand was Surge. And Surge is still one of my favorites, because look at this. I mean, look at these tones. Ooh, and that's what I'm saying about the uniqueness, because you have some very unique tones in here, and I just love how she does that. So they're not typical rainbow palettes, and I feel like everything just paired so well. They blended out really well. The lipsticks, I do really like the lipsticks. I like that you have a lip liner and a lipstick for the price of $16. I feel like that's very affordable. I would say that on the website, when I was purchasing these lipsticks in a promo, I was just confused. I was like, I didn't really know what shade was which. There were lip swatches, but they were done up really close, and with the light reflecting from the photography, it was kind of hard to see what the shade is. I would appreciate it more if we just had maybe some swatches or just regular shots of lips here, just to see, you know, versus with all the effects on it, just to see what the actual colors were. The lip liners, they're really nice. They're retractable, smooth, creamy, didn't have an issue. And I feel like this blends together so well. But the problem is, like, I'm going to have to look and figure out which lip liner goes with which set, because there's no names on the lip liner. So yeah, and it says creepy lip liners, and this is actually described as like a lip cream, and I definitely agree with that formula. Like I said, I had a little light lip balm underneath, which I usually typically do with everything, and feels good. It feels dry. It feels dry. It doesn't feel cakey. But if I move my lips together, it's not. They're not like stuck. It's really not sitting in my lines. I appreciate that. So, especially sometimes here, because I can get a little chapped there, even though I work at it hard. But I felt like a lot of that is just from wearing a mask so much at work. I'm like, I get what's called like mask lips, and I always have to go in and exfoliate. But overall, I'm really happy about this collection. Really thrilled. This look, baby, made me so happy. Oh my gosh. It's like a minty green with the... It's fire. I love it. So let me know down below if you have picked up this palette, or if you're interested in this palette, or have you even tried this brand. This brand I just love working with these mattes. It's just like the possibilities are endless when it comes to it. And, you know, I love... You know, I'm all really about the shimmer, but when I encounter her mattes, I'm really happy about it. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite look is right here, okay? So give this video a big old thumbs up. Hit the notification bell so you know when I come out with another video, which will be soon. And please subscribe to my channel, because, you know, I would love to have you guys here in my little family. You know, this is a heart, you know. So with all of that being said, you already know how we got to end the video. Around here, we got to hit it with the cheddars, cheddars. Hey, 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 cheddars. Cheddars. Hey, cheddars. All right, y'all. Bye.